The Secret Knowledge by the Grimm. Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius Antonius, the Roman Emperor. Introduction. As a Roman emperor and Stoic, I emphasize the value of self-control and the acceptance of fate. These meditations are not theories. They are my personal thoughts, written to remind myself of what is essential in difficult times. Here, I seek both comfort and guidance to shape my actions with wisdom and integrity. In these reflections, I convey that we can influence life not by what happens to us, but through our attitudes and reactions to external events. True peace comes from within, independent of external factors. Nature itself is our teacher, revealing that all things are in constant flux. In reading these thoughts, you too may find ways to navigate the highs and lows of life with calmness and strength. Embrace the principle that life is not what happens to us. It is how we respond and grow from it. The first book, Gratitude and Role Models. I open with gratitude, acknowledging those who have influenced me, family, teachers, and friends. From each, I have learned lessons of patience, humility, and the importance of self-discipline. Through these examples, I am reminded that our teachers are everywhere, in the lives of others, waiting for us to take note. In my grandfather, I saw gentleness and kindness. From my teachers, I learned self-control and wisdom. Each influence helped me to grow, to refine my character, and to find my path, both as a leader and as a human being. Remember, it is essential to absorb the virtues displayed by others, and to be thankful for those who teach us through their example. Through gratitude and observation, we can develop and improve ourselves without facing every hardship ourselves. The second book, Self-Reflection and Inner Tranquility. Each day, I urge myself to begin with quiet reflection, focusing on what truly matters. Inner peace, I remind myself, does not come from circumstances, but from within, from our responses. The mind is a powerful tool. Wielded wisely, it leads to peace. Negative emotions must not overpower us. Instead, I encourage myself to approach each day with clarity and dedication in every task, knowing that we always have control over our reactions, even in challenging times. Through self-reflection and a calm attitude, we realize the importance of steering our thoughts and taking responsibility for our reactions. In doing so, we become unshakable, calm amidst chaos. The third book, Life's Transience. I reflect on life's brevity, stressing the importance of focusing on what truly matters. Life flows quickly, and it is fruitless to cling to material things or the fleeting validation of others. Each act I perform, I realize, holds its own inherent value. Life requires us to complete our duties with mindful intent, undistracted by worries or doubts. By prioritizing what holds true meaning, we recognize that many of our fears are insignificant when seen as part of a larger whole. Life's brevity compels us to focus on what endures. The fourth book, Acceptance and the Nature of Change. Everything in this world is subject to change. Accepting this truth rather than resisting it allows us to live in harmony with nature. The world and all within it are ever transforming, and I remind myself daily that this flux is natural and not to be fought against. Life becomes bearable when I acknowledge that all things move according to natural laws. Rather than mourning what is lost or changed, I find comfort in recognizing this cycle as a part of the universal order. This understanding reminds us that change is no threat but a natural constant. To accept it with open arms is to embrace life's essence and move forward without fear. The fifth book, Sense of Duty and Value in Action. Each morning, I rise with a sense of duty and responsibility. Idleness is not an option. I must act with purpose, knowing that each effort, no matter how small, improves the world. We find meaning in life by fulfilling our role, doing the work that is ours to do. Life has a purpose, one we realize through action. Each day offers a chance to make a difference, to bring value to life by dedicating ourselves to what matters. Every moment presents us with a choice. It is our duty to act, to serve a greater good, and to remember that our actions, however humble, carry weight. The sixth book, Justice and Cosmic Connection. The unity of the universe binds us all. Each creature, each life, is part of a whole, and justice is the guiding force within this bond. Nature teaches us that each of us has a part to play, a duty to act in harmony with the world around us. I strive to bring every action in alignment with nature, recognizing that my choices impact the entire system. By seeing the world as interconnected, I understand that what I do affects others and that I am accountable to the whole. Remember, we are each a vital part of a larger network. Our actions ripple outward, impacting those around us. Let justice and compassion guide you as you play your part. The seventh book, Repetition and Acceptance of the Ordinary. Life is full of repetition. I accept this rhythm, understanding that wisdom lies in appreciating the ordinary. Complaints about life's routine are needless. Instead, I strive to find contentment in the familiar. I choose to meet life with calmness and equanimity. By embracing the normal and recurrent, I achieve a sense of peace, appreciating life's beauty in its simplicity. This acceptance allows us to live in the present. It teaches us to cherish life's quiet moments, to find satisfaction in the everyday, and to recognize that contentment is within reach when we cease to crave the extraordinary. The eighth book, The Value of the Good in Life's Transience. Only good deeds endure. Material possessions and worldly successes fade, but virtuous actions hold a lasting value. The pursuit of wisdom and virtue defines a good life, one anchored in true purpose. I choose to focus on inner virtues, defining myself by actions rooted in compassion and integrity. Being a good person is my aim, for only actions born of inner resolve have lasting meaning. True worth lies in how we act and live from within. Inner integrity is the real treasure, and our lives gain depth when we pursue what is good and just. The ninth book, Tolerance and Kindness. Tolerance and forgiveness are essential in dealing with others. I remind myself not to judge the faults of others harshly, but to approach them with gentleness and understanding. Each person has their own battles, and I choose patience over condemnation. The wisdom in tolerance allows us to foster peace with ourselves and those around us. Through compassion, we create a more harmonious world, one where we support each other rather than cast judgment. This chapter teaches that through tolerance and kindness, we nurture our own peace. By understanding others, we elevate our own spirit, building stronger bonds and fostering inner tranquility. The 10th book, Inner Peace and Divine Principle. Inner peace must be found within, independent of life's circumstances. It is a connection to the divine, which exists both within us and all around. I strive to maintain this calmness, to live in harmony with the greater universe. Fear and external threats are of no consequence when I remain composed, secure in the knowledge that the divine order encompasses all. This calmness is a sign of inner strength and wisdom. Seek peace within. It is a source of power and clarity that is unaffected by the chaos of the world. As we cultivate this inner calm, we move through life with resilience. The 11th book, Self-Control and Humility. Self-control frees me from being ruled by impulses and desires. True strength lies in mastering oneself. By exercising restraint, I cultivate a quiet independence, a freedom that is grounded in humility. Humility leads me to value the simple joys of life. I am not defined by what is external, for true contentment arises from within. The modest life brings me closer to lasting happiness. This chapter reveals that true freedom and satisfaction come from self-control and humility. Those who master themselves find contentment beyond circumstance, grounded in an inner stability. The 12th book, Acceptance of Death. Death is not to be feared but embraced as a natural end. It is a part of the greater whole, a change in the fabric of existence. Accepting death as part of life's cycle is, to me, a sign of wisdom and peace. The end is not tragic but natural. All things move toward this conclusion, and to fear it is to misunderstand life's nature. Embracing life's full measure is to understand death as part of that fullness. The final teaching is to embrace life with all its finitude. Cherish each moment, knowing it is temporary. Death reminds us to live fully, to approach life with presence and gratitude. Thank you for staying with us. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, buy the book by clicking on the link in the description.